Welcome to the 86th edition of the Black Lincoln Collective podcast. I'm just going to leave it. I like that better.
Wait, there's no
music.
No.
Alan, you should play the music.
Okay, hold on.
Drop that funky beat.
Can you start? I think you probably should start over. No, not like this. This is going to be so fucked up.
We already started bad.
Not a great start. You're right.
It's way off.
It's like a mile away. I was wondering. I was like, something feels different.
Well, yeah, it was. I mean, the music wouldn't start. I mean, it was like the thing turning.
Yeah.
But it wasn't doing nothing.
Now we know. And now everyone on Pop Culture Pros knows.
Yep.
Thanks for listening on the Pop Culture Pros Network. I should have said that in the dead space in the beginning.
Yeah, you should have.
This is going to go a long. This is like, we're going to have 6 minutes of us just sitting here watch Fred. Just wait.
Watching
So,
us.
yeah, because now we gotta.
I'm watching you.
Let's go already.
Let's go
Watching
already.
me.
You watching me, watching you.
Let's start the damn show.
It's my rock guitar. Wow. Welcome, one and all, to the 86th edition of the Black Lincoln Collective podcast, the #1 audio podcast for people without ears. You can keep up with the BLC. You can keep up with us at blcpodcast.com. And please drop a like or a follow on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and our TikTok, which may seem abandoned, but it's not, according to Fred.
It's not. I put videos on there 3-4 times a
Look
day.
at that. We don't tell him who manages it. Then they can put a face with a name.
Well, it ain't me. Yeah, it ain't
It
me.
wasn't. Fred's
It's our
All he
PR
does is
agent.
puts
Our
videos
PR
of
guy.
him anyway. So
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, that's true. They are all videos of Fred, so it's like you couldn't guess.
You
We
gotta
also have a
send me,
Patreon.
send me something. Send me that video you falling down now.
We'll find that.
Oh, I can do that.
We also have a Patreon, of course, where you can support our antics. We are also brought to you by the Pop Culture Pros Network, so check them out at popculturepros.com. Now, please allow me to whip this out, and by this, I mean my beloved co-host, Fred. How are you, Fred?
Hey, good man. I'm good. It's the night that we do this, and we're doing it, so
Right.
I'm happy.
Podcast o'clock.
Happening.
You know, yeah,
I'm happy it's happening.
If you listen to last week's episode, we recorded it on a different night, and
Yeah.
like when you're
The
old,
vibe wasn't the
kids-
same, right?
Yeah, when you're old kids, you juice up to stuff for like a week at a time. So like as soon as the podcast ends on whenever we record it, at whatever time you're listening,
That's right.
and then I start and I'm like, okay, now I have to mentally ramp up to go back to the next week because I'm old and my elderly brain is drug addled and just not as good as it used to be.
I'm so old.
But yeah, so when we do it on a different night, it messes up the mojo.
Yeah, it does.
You know what I mean? And so
And-
we'll see. We say that, and then tonight we might shit the bed. And so
And before we go any further, I do not want to let my man feel like he's left out. Alan's here. Alan, say what's up to the people.
Hey, I'm doing like Fred. Hey,
There you go. That's enough. Go ahead, man.
what's up, everybody? What was it? Fred used to always say something that he had like a little kind of a catchphrase when he would like, "Hey,
What?
party people." That's
Yeah,
what he
what
should
was
be
your-
saying.
Oh, yeah. It's your boy.
It's your boy Fred. That's what it was. Yeah, so you should be like, "It's your boy Alan."
It's
Well,
your
no.
boy, Alan.
So, gentlemen, I'm very happy. I'm very happy to be here with you guys tonight. And honestly, you guys should be very happy and feel very lucky that I made it here tonight at all,
Right.
because I was pretty sure this afternoon I was fixing to die.
Uh-oh.
These
What?
motherfuckers.
Who tried to kill you, man?
I'm about to tell you, and
you
you'll
get
never
a
guess.
drive-by? Was
You'll
it a
never
drive-by?
guess. It was sort of a
Pookie?
drive-by,
Is Pookie in there?
but I didn't know if the person was going to make it a drive-by or drive-by shooting.
Big round?
So I was driving down the road, right, in a vehicle, complete with turn signals, lights, all the accoutrement,
Accoutrement, yeah.
that a standard level car has.
Yeah.
Seat belts that mostly work. Great. So I'm driving, and it's a 3-lane road, okay, with a red
Right.
light. Right. Let me set the scene.
Okay.
Coming off the interstate, it's 2 lanes going straight, which
Yeah.
after the red light split into 3 lanes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we're on the off of the interstate, over the bridge. That's the overpass, right?
Yeah.
So it's a very popular road in our area.
Just tell it. Where was it at?
It was on Haywood Road. And if you
Okay.
know where
Yeah.
Haywood Road is, and you
I
know,
do.
like you're going up toward Pelham,
Yep.
you're going up
Right at the bank. At
Right,
the
right.
bank.
There's our
Yeah,
bank
I know.
there, yeah.
That fucking shit is treacherous
It's
right
terrible.
there, dude.
It's terrible.
It's terrible right there.
So
Terrible.
this lady
Terrible.
decided to pull in, and I'll admit I might be a little guilty of this too.
She turned
But
left into the bank.
We were both on the interior lane, or I guess the exterior lane. But when
Yeah.
you turn, it goes into the interior lane, right?
Right.
So we were both in there. But see, as soon as I went through, there was an opening, so I scooted over to the far lane because I had to get over to take a right.
Yeah.
She, in her sassiness, did not. And then threw on her turn signal as I went to pass her, like under the light, because we're going through the light. She wanted to turn through the intersection into the other lane. That's illegal.
Yeah, it's very illegal.
She went to do that, and
Should've took
I
the hit.
did not let her do it. No, I just
You
went
should've
by
took
her.
the hit,
No,
man.
I went by her. She realized that I wasn't going to let her go,
Right.
and so she laid on the horn. Which again, she was trying to do an illegal maneuver,
Yeah.
and she laid on the horn,
too.
and I was totally
Yeah.
legal.
I'd have took the hit, man.
And so
I'm trying to get paid.
I happened to be rolling around with my window down because it happened to be a great day
right.
outside, beautiful day to die.
Yes, it was.
And all of a sudden, like I couldn't help it.
You
And
call
I
her
just,
a bitch.
I gave her like the strongest finger in the world. And I stuck my shit out like I was like flexing, and it was like,
I bet it did.
He
I
did the
bet-
middle finger, the one that they bounce it. Like,
yeah, like you can see it shaking.
yeah.
It always reminds me. Alan,
I bet your finger lit up like goop.
well, I got
Goku,
long fingers,
you know?
man. It was just like. Because you can do like the little, like the timid or like, oh, or then you can like flex it like,
Yeah.
like, and that's what it got. And it was like, I didn't even think about
Yeah.
it. Like I just did it.
Can't stand
and-
people on the road, man.
Well, and then shit got real quick.
Really
She
real.
hopped over and like right behind me and followed me like 2 miles, like yelling and screaming and pointing at me
Yeah.
the whole way, and I'm laughing because I'm like, I didn't do anything wrong, you stupid bitch. I flipped you off because you're a stupid bitch, but I didn't really do anything wrong. And and then she'd like come up, like she was gonna try and come up behind me or like beside me and stuff. And I'm just like, whatever. I'm ignoring it because that's what, who cares?
That's what you do. Yeah, you flip
But
them
then,
off.
like,
and then,
I turned in and I was like, oh God, I'm going to pick up my kids from school. Like, after
She's
school
great.
shit, I was like, we're about to have a fight in the school parking lot. I'm gonna have to beat this lady's ass. Like, and I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that,
Beat up a
obviously.
woman.
But I
Tell
was
her
like,
why
but
hit her in the
you don't
make
know.
these
She could come out with a
sandwiches.
knife, Fred. What if she came
She
out
could.
guns
She
a-blazing
could.
and I had to make some fucking do some ninja moves?
Oh my
moves.
God.
Shit,
I think you
on
can
that
take
shit.
her. I don't know.
I can take her probably.
I think you can take a woman, man.
Thank you, buddy. Depends on the woman, really. Because like,
Yeah, the average woman, like, no,
Yeah.
I don't think you could beat
No,
up like
because, like,
Cynthia
I saw-
Rock. You're not gonna beat
no,
up
I
Cynthia
cannot.
Rock.
She's the Kung Fu Queen
Yeah,
of Hollywood of 1983. But yeah, so she ended up like doing like the slow down drive behind, where like when
Right.
I turned off, she was like, "Hey, motherfucker, blah blah blah," and I turned around, I was like, "Have
Oh.
a great day."
Before you say, I don't condone beating up women.
No.
I
And
just
I don't
want
condone beating up women either.
I just want everybody to know that.
And,
I mean, I just
just
thought
for the
about
record,
that. I was like,
don't
don't do
do
not beat
that.
up women. No,
don't even allegedly do it.
right? No,
Don't
no,
Ray
no.
Rice anybody.
Right? No,
Anybody.
I mean,
we don't
but-
condone fighting in general.
you have to agree. Sometimes some people need their ass whooped.
Sometimes we-
Yeah. I mean,
Some people need.
Sometimes,
I
like-
mean, you just don't do it because you don't
Well, who
do
was
it.
it? Was it
but-
Sean Connery that said like
Yeah.
you could like open hand slap a woman without a problem?
Slap
Yeah.
her.
Like, oh, it's like an open hand slap. It's okay.
Yeah, it's just
like
I thought he was gonna slap Barbara Walters with you.
but yeah, dude. I was like,
You
so
was-
I'm like going through all these scenarios because I know it's a girl. And like, so
Right.
I'm like, dude, am I gonna have to fight? Is this lady like gonna come out guns a blazing? Is she
Mhm.
gonna hit me with her car?
Hit me with
Like,
your
what is she
fast
gonna
car.
do? But she just
Right.
ended up screaming and driving off, which is fine.
Yeah.
And that's good. But like, man,
Eh.
she was so mad. And I was like, that might be the first time I've ever really been like officially
Road rage?
Karen. No, like, because it was a total Karen thing. Like, she was completely in the wrong from the beginning. And also, we don't condone fighting women. And we also
No.
don't condone the use of hurtful stereotypes like Karen.
Well,
However, Fred,
mhm.
I will say that every Karen whose name started with a K that I've known has been mean.
Really?
And Karens with a C are always very sweet.
Very nice. My mother-in-law's a Karen with a K.
Yeah, and well,
yeah,
she's a great
nice
lady. She's a great. You know, there's always exceptions to the rule,
lady.
Fred.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what makes life
the one in the million out of the Karens with a K.
Down, Karen. Down. Talladega Nights. The cougar's name was Karen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I wonder if that's where it came from. Probably not.
Down, Karen.
Dude, I think I told you guys this the other day, but I've been on like a tear with those old, like those 2012 to like 2015, 2010.
Oh yeah,
movies,
dude.
Man, they're the best.
Yeah,
comedy.
they were
like Tropic Thunder, Talladega Nights.
Yeah, like I watched I Love You Man the other night, and like, dude, that was the best movie, dude.
Yeah, great movie.
It's so good.
Well, and so did you guys see the Adam Sandler one that was it like the movie award or whatever? He won like a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Oh, did he get a Kennedy? You get a Kennedy's Kennedy
Mark Twain Award.
He got some award.
The Mark Twain Award? He got a Mark Twain?
Yeah.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah, Steve Buscemi.
Dude, that dude's come a long way, dude.
Dude, yeah, and that's what I was like. That is amazing because, like, you don't. Yeah, Steve Buscemi was there. Like, he gave him did a speech about him and stuff.
Really?
Like a bunch of people, dude. It was stars. It was pretty star-studded.
Yeah.
Conan O'Brien.
I saw when Dave Chappelle got his. I watched that one. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
And he was smoking in the Kennedy Center. He lit up a cigarette on the stage at the Kennedy Center.
He doesn't care.
Dude's crazy.
But what do you think? Do you think, like, I mean, so looking at that kind of made me think about Adam Sandler, like watching those movies anyway. And then, like, on the whole, what do you think about Adam Sandler? I mean, do you like? I've watched his Netflix movies, and I don't think they're that bad.
No, they're not terrible.
No,
I'm waiting on Murder Mystery 2 drops this Friday.
Right.
And like my wife said she didn't see one, so we had to go back and rewatch one.
Yeah.
But no, they're great, man. And then like
his dramatic roles are awesome.
Yeah. I was just about to say the Uncut Gems.
Yeah, and
like, oh my God.
Did you ever see what was it?
That movie put that movie studio on the map. A24?
Yeah.
Yeah, it put it on the map.
What was the other movie that he did? Punch Drunk Love? Yeah, Punch Drunk Love.
Yeah,
you ever see that?
Yeah.
He was really good.
Spanglish is okay, but it was good.
Well, they can't all be winners, man.
They can't all be winners.
But of course,
then you get like Jack, you get movies like Jack and Jill, you know what I'm saying? Which were
but they're kind of adorable in a way. Like they're not hilarious.
They always have like a
and he's smart because like for example, Jack and Jill, he had Al Pacino was in it.
Mm-hmm.
So he they may not be solid script wise, but man, he's got some good actors in it.
He's got he can say, I worked with Al Pacino. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's the thing. Is it's like,
Christopher Walken.
Yeah, you know what I mean? What are you saying? Yeah. You're looking at my guy all wrong. Stab you in the eye with a celery knife.
That's JoJo.
That was the first Christopher Walken.
I
can't come up with.
I put a watch in my ass. I still can't do it. We tried that before and it didn't work. And I tried that line and I haven't gotten any better at it. Voices on this show have taken. You can tell that we have skimped on the voice acting budget lately, Fred, because it's just a lot of us talking and we've been doing voices. They've been shit. Like,
look at me, I'm John Travolta. I'm John
Travolta.
Sound like the same.
I'm still John Travolta. Hey,
I'm John Travolta. Hey.
That's about all I got. Oh,
I love Sandler though, man. I mean, I was down with him from the jump, man. He was from SNL to the CDs. I think I still got one of the CDs. No. I still got one of the CDs.
I love Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Like
to think that,
when me and my wife first started dating, like we would, just ride around in the car. So, and this was like had CDs
for kids. If you're listening to this later in life, at some point in our lives, there was so little to do. There were no smartphones. There was really not much TV. No. You would spend evenings, 3-4 evenings a week sometimes, just driving around in cars.
But gas was cheap.
Gas was cheap. Yeah.
Gas was cheaper. You know what I'm saying?
To a place and you'd like
You get a friend, be like, yo, go half on $10, on tank. 20 bucks, fill up your tank.
Yeah.
And you drive around all night.
In this edition of Old Men Yelling at Clouds, gas used to be cheaper. And you could get a Big Mac for a nickel. And we called them cram sandwiches because of the war.
Well, you get 29-cent tacos at Taco Bell.
It's true.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll never forget one of they have, what are those things called? Like, what was that movie with the feelings? The Disney movie with the feelings. You know what I'm talking about? The one was all about the feelings.
Oh, Inside Out.
Inside Out, yeah. There's like those core memories or whatever, like
those are your core memories.
No, seriously. So one of my core memories of my life, I swear to God, this is so terrible, is that my McDonald's used to do 25-cent like cheeseburgers
on Tuesdays.
On one day, but
it was like on Tuesdays.
Sometimes they would run it, and it would just you could just get all these cheap ass cheeseburgers.
Yeah,
and like my mom used to go and buy them like 25 at a time.
Yeah.
Like when it was like when they did it, she would just throw them all in the freezer. And so like I mean, look at me, look at the body my McDonald's.
My McBody.
This is probably why now that I think about it. But
it's all making sense now.
Yeah, Ronald, Daddy, Father Ronald.
This podcast was a breakthrough.
Oh man, finally! Thank God I didn't pay for BetterHelp. Yeah. Thank God I canceled that free trial because I just solved my shit. We're not brought to you by BetterHelp, but they're having a lawsuit. But there's a guy, Fred, okay, and this has nothing to do with anything, and I apologize for this in advance. There's a guy in a BetterHelp commercial, and it's one I've just been seeing lately, and he's like a kid, BetterHelp.com, the like online
therapist.
Yeah. So he's in this commercial. And he's at the very end of the commercial, and he's like, "Hey, I'm driving my car because, like, finally, this was a big breakthrough for me. BetterHelp."
Yeah.
And I can't figure out he's in something, and it's driving me crazy. And I can't figure out who he is. It's a BetterHelp commercial on YouTube.
Health
and health, yes, I think, or BetterHelp. Help. BetterHelp. Commercial, and I can't figure out who this guy is, and it's just some dude, and he was in something, and it's driving me insane.
But
that guy was in.
He looks like Adam Driver's son, and I feel like he played Adam Driver's kid in something.
Well, but I don't know them. Is it the guy with the beanie?
He did not. I think he had a baseball style cap on, if I recall correctly. He's a young whitish guy with a weird nose. Like he has like
I see him. He's got a purple shirt.
Maybe. I don't know. I wasn't looking at his shirt, Fred.
Big chin.
Probably.
We got a long
pull him
head.
Up on the screen, Alan. Yeah, long head. Real long head.
Yeah, he's got a real long head.
Great way for a human being. Okay, we're plodding through this. So guys listening at home, just Google purple shirt, long head, BetterHelp guy, and you'll be right there with us digitally.
Yeah.
No, but
I don't think he's anybody though.
So I said all that. He's somebody. I just can't remember what he was in. I'm going to figure it out.
I mean, he is somebody.
I'm going to get him on the show.
To his parents.
I'm going to get him on the show.
He's nobody.
I'm going to be like, what were you doing?
Long head, purple shirt.
I would have I wish we had if Alan was good on the things, he'd have like the, what was it? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Where it's like, da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
What were you in, asshole? Tell me. What is that YouTube commercial? But I say that to say, remember back in the day, and again, sorry to be like old men yelling at clouds, but back in the day, you would see somebody and you would have no idea who that person was for years.
Like
a celebrity or something. And
no doubt.
Who the fuck is that person? And then you just forever you would never.
Paul Giamatti. I didn't know Paul Giamatti's name for forever.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. He's just a good character actor. You know what I'm saying? He's in everything.
No,
but I ain't sticking around to see the credits.
That's true. And that's the thing too, is it would just be here's a list of names. It could be any of these 26 people. Good luck figuring it out. So, Alan, do you have a USA heart behind you? Did it say Merry Christmas?
It's a Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas with the USA.
That came up. That just got put up there recently, right?
It's
Fred?
been there since Christmas.
Where in the top right corner?
Yeah. B sent me that because
that has not been there since Christmas.
Yes, it has.
You're
Go back in the show and look at it. It's been there since Christmas.
I'm gonna stop this show and go.
Yeah, it has been better help.
I'm gonna look at BetterHelp to find out who the BetterHelp guy. If you know who the BetterHelp guy is,
tweet us.
Tweet the show
at BLC
Podcast.
Twitter.
Yeah, BLC World.
World Twitter.
Facebook is BLC Podcast and Twitter is BLC World.
I can't do
we
it.
Need to do like a link tree, but we're gonna get you to practice those, Fred.
Yeah.
Next week, 2 hours, just
mirror.
Fred. Listen to the follow the show at the listening channel.
What do they call those?
Drops.
Reads? Yeah, reads.
Drops.
Yeah, we're working on Fred's cold reads.
Cold reads.
And we're gonna have sponsors pay us to do cold reads for them. Just like one of our friends over at one of my favorite companies that existed on this earth, Fred.
Yeah.
It sounds like what my kid named it, Punch Services. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what Punch Services does. And I don't want to know. But I'm going to call them one day when I need someone punched like that lady. That's who I should have called. I should have called our friends at Punch Services when that lady started chasing me. They'd have pulled up in a big-ass truck behind her like, Punch Services is here. Save the day. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if they have a website. I don't know if they have a phone number.
They do.
I think if you just yell Punch Services really loud, they will come to your aid.
Handyman service in our area.
Yep.
They just punch people?
Yeah,
that's what I think.
They punching people.
Yeah. Their service to you is that they'll punch you for you.
That's
what I'm saying. If I would have just yelled their name like 3 times in the mirror, looked in the rearview mirror.
Punch Services, Punch Services,
Punch Services, Punch Services.
It says they even have a female on staff to punch women.
See, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
It's the perfect crime, Fred.
There you go.
We're not against girl fights.
No.
I'm just saying we're not generally against girl fights. Unless we
generally,
unless they're against us, generally speaking. Dude, again, but like you see those like fitness influencers, people, those like ladies who are like massive and like scary.
Yeah.
A little bit. Like,
I heard there was like I forgot what it was I was watching, but there was like a woman, she says like she's a escort, but she's ripped, she's jacked, and like men
a literal escort.
Yeah, but like men will like pay her to like put them in headlocks and shit.
Sure. Some dudes are
put them in wrestling moves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they don't even want sex. They just want they want to get picked up. They want her to pick him up, like slam him on the bed or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then like cuddle me in your arms and read me a story, bitch.
Yeah,
please.
Deuce Bigelow.
That's a big bitch.
It dressed him up like a baby.
Great, another great movie.
Yeah, another great movie.
And Adam Sandler was probably in that.
No,
I feel like he had a cameo in it.
But it was his production company.
Right. That's why I'm saying that. He might have been. You never know.
Yeah,
it was his production company.
That was Schneider's movie. He was like, no,
yeah, but I don't know
Adam, this is mine. You get everything.
Excuse me, listeners. He did produce it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
First movie by Happy Madison.
Yeah,
produced.
It was a good movie,
and he played Robert Justin.
Did he?
Oh, he was in it.
I knew he was in it. He just a little part, man. It says he did. Now I'm gonna have to watch it and see.
Robert Justin.
I don't see Adam Sandler.
Mr. Deeds was on Sunday, and I saw that.
Oh yeah, his movies run all the time.
Well, they do. It's just like our show. When you get enough media, you can just make. You can just run.
Man,
he can have his own network
catalog, man.
Which he kind of does have his own network, and it's Netflix because he kind of owns that.
Yeah.
Which props to him, man. I'll tell you what. One movie, Fred, that I appreciate being on Netflix, and I'll tell you why. Is 21 Jump Street. And the reason that I'm so happy that 21 Jump Street is available on Netflix is because it saved Kanye's life, Fred. apparently he watched it, and Jonah Hill's performance in it made him decide he was no longer anti-Semitic.
He likes the Jews again.
He's back on Team Jew, I guess.
Oh,
I don't know. Again, so it begs the question, because this is the thing. You guys have made it where, like, I have hung around with you guys long enough, and you guys have talked about how much you love Kanye enough to know that no matter what he does, you're always going to say, like, was this like his move though? Is he like outsmarting people? You guys said that the first time.
I don't know if he can come back. I don't know if he can come back though. Like,
I think he was like, shit.
Yeah,
it's been a while since he's had anything come out. You know,
maybe. Well, and like Adidas like burnt all his shoes and like didn't give a shit about him. Like chopped him up.
Yeah.
It was like, oh well. Sorry.
I mean, that was probably a good move too, because
for them it was, yeah.
It was ugly. They were horrendous.
We're never going to talk about those shoes again. I hope. Even unless Jonah Hill wears a pair in his next one. See, that maybe he should have watched that one too, because Jonah Hill plays a Jewish guy in a lot of movies.
Yeah, well, I mean,
what was that new one that he was in that I watched?
Schindler's List. He was in Schindler's List.
Guess who's coming to Jonah Hill?
Different Schindler's List. Now.
Schindler's List, baby.
There you go. Stifler's List. Was he? No,
Stifler's List.
He wasn't in American Pie though.
Yeah, American Pie, another great 90s.
Yeah, Stifler's mom.
Yeah, dude.
That's true.
She said, I read an interview. She said she got more sex after that role.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Like, she had men beating down her door.
Well, and she got super famous from that.
Yeah.
Like,
dude.
She was kind of
the Mrs. Robinson role. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Jennifer Coolidge.
Coolidge, yeah.
She was a Pootie Tank's kryptonite.
Yeah, yeah, she was trying to fuck the shit out of Pootie Tank.
Yeah, she was poison.
Yeah,
they played Poison. That girl is poison.
She was all on it. She was like, she was in Soul Man.
Yeah,
like, she's gonna give Bernie back that blowjob, and she took her teeth out.
That's too funny,
she
man.
sucked his soul out of.
Too good, but yeah, they did it, man. They did it. Like I said, I'm so proud of Kanye.
Yeah,
and he's back on, not Team Hate.
Yeah. Like, was he ever?
See, that's the thing. I think you don't know, because you don't know what's going through people's heads.
It's like they always say, no press is bad press. As long as you got your name out there and people talking about you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. He might have been like, oh, you know what? Maybe this was the wrong idea. Maybe I should have gone hard against something else. Like,
I don't know. So what's he gonna do now? Is he gonna
I don't know.
Just come out with a new
music?
record?
That's what I want to know. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, he'll come out with a new record and people will just eat it up because he's good.
Eat it up. He is good.
Yeah. People do love.
I love it.
And they'll be like
soul samples. You know what I'm saying? He does a good Kanye soul sample. Like,
he'll be like the redemption arc now of him. Like, he'll do like songs. He's gonna do like a fucking Hanukkah album. They're like to come out. They're like even out.
Dreidel.
Get ready for that. And if he doesn't do it, those are the only two. Do you know any other? Because I don't know.
He's gonna change his name to Moish. Moish West.
That sounds weird for some reason.
Dancing with a plate of gefilte fish.
Yeah, he's like, I love these matzo balls.
Matzo balls. He's gonna grow the little curls. He's gonna grow curls.
So a buddy of mine asked me, oh yeah, that reminds me. So guess what, Fred? We've talked about this before, and this is true for anybody on the show. I booked my first wedding that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna officiate a wedding. Yes. A buddy of mine, he's like, listen, I don't know any priesters. He just told me today he's getting married in November. And he's like, listen, dude, like, I don't know any preachers, but like, I have to have someone officiate the ceremony.
Right.
You know anybody who's like, doesn't really give a shit and is willing to do it? And I was like, I'll do it. And he's like, what? And I was like, dude, I'm totally licensed. Like, I'm ordained. he's like, really? Are you? And I was like, absolutely, dude. Like, this is the reason I did it. You got to. I told him he has to pay the $40 for like the whatever package that I have to buy.
Yeah.
But I was like, other than that, I'll do it, and I'll say whatever you want. Like, I don't care if your family's there. I don't know your family. So whatever you want, you just tell me and I'll say it. He was like, this is going to be ridiculous. He's like, would you dress as like in the manner of the Pope? And I was like, I will dress in the manner of anyone. Do you want me to wear a frog costume? I will wear a frog. I will dress like a Jedi. I do not care. So
you're gonna dress up like the Pope?
I told him if he wants me to dress up like the Pope, as long as he pays for the.
Dude, we need to take.
You need to do it like what was marriage?
Yeah, marriage. Come together for marriage.
For marriage.
He might like that actually. Might throw that out there as an option. No, I told him I would come as the Lizard Pope, which is from Futurama, and I don't think he had that, but I was like, I'll come as a Lizard Pope. I don't care.
That's a space Pope.
Lizard Pope.
Yeah, Space Pope. Yeah.
Space Pope.
Yeah. So get ready for that. And if, like I said, again, tweet the show or Facebook us, whatever, hashtag Matt will hook you up and we will get you married. I am happy to do it. I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to do it for the food.
There you go.
For the free food, Fred. That's good enough for me. So speaking of free food, I think there's free food in the lobby. We're gonna take a quick break and find the lobby. And then we just gotta go to a lobby somewhere, Fred. Sometimes they have cookies.
Your house has a lobby?
We're gonna open one up. I hope it does. No, it doesn't. I wish it had some fresh baked cookies though.
Yeah.
Someday. That's our dream scenario. Just fresh baked cookies in the middle of the show.
Actually, when I was out of town last week and I went to get my room because they supposedly had booked my room, when I got there, it wasn't booked. And I was like, well, okay. And she's like, well, talking about cookies, she's like, we got some fresh baked cookies here. Bitch, I need a room, man.
I want to go to sleep. I want no damn cookies.
But then you got both.
No. I took the cookies and.
I'm saying, but then you got a room later. Did I tell you the other? Did I tell you guys about last year when I got locked out of the hotel room? I don't remember if I just talked about that on the show or not. I'll tell you guys that story sometime. That was the most ridiculous fucking thing that ever happened. Hashtag fucked up hotel shit if you want me to tell the story next week. All right, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be back with some more of the Black Lincoln Collective podcast only on the Pop Culture Pros Network and every other thing. Welcome back to the 86th edition of the Black Lincoln Collective podcast. I am so glad you're still with us. We have got a great, amazing, big, large, long, big, great guest coming on. Ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome a friend of the show. You know him. You love him. You listen to him for all your advice other than Alan, because Alan's advice was not great last week. It's Dr. Frenchie.
Hello, and welcome back me. Yes, thank you very, very much.
Doc, welcome to the show.
So happy to be here.
Oh, we're so glad you're able to make it. Where are you? Where are you headquartered at this current time?
Today I am in Ghana. That is back in my homeland of Africa. Africa.
Yeah, I know where Ghana is. Ghana is where they have fufu. It's one of the foods.
Yes, you eat it with your hands.
I would like to eat that.
Yes, with your hands. You eat the fufu with your hands.
So, that grosses me out a little bit, but I'm into it. I can handle it. I just feel like in a world where there's like not a lot. Well, I guess in Ghana there is a lot of water. Like there's the ocean, right? Anyway, that's not why you're here. We're not here to talk about geography, Dr. Frenchie. I don't even know. You could be in interior Ghana and not even know where the ocean is, Alan. Ghana is a great big place.
I cannot see the ocean from my hotel room, so I tell you that.
And that's all we need to know. So, Doctor, why have you gave us a call and you said your people reached out to our people and they were like, look, the doc has got to get on the show. We've got some breaking news. I mean, this is like a world health epidemic or something. So what is it that you're here to break out for people?
When I got the call for the job that I am doing now, I knew you fellows would be interested in it. So there is a very pretty, very beautiful actress over here in Africa. Her name is Sugar TT.
Oh,
Sugar TT. Have you heard of this woman?
I have not, but
Oh, well,
she
you
has a
should have.
great
She is
name. We
very
love
beautiful.
names like that.
Yes, we love sugar
Very
titties.
voluptuous, if you know what I'm saying.
Okay.
So she gave an interview in the Ghana news. That is what they call the news in Ghana, the Ghana news.
Oh,
And she was telling that she likes to have sex all the time. She can do it for hours and hours and hours.
Kids, get away! Don't listen, kids.
Oh, you have children.
If children are listening,
oh, this is bad. Yes, little ones, close your ears.
Sugar Titty, by the way, is spelled SHUGATITI. In case anyone needs to know that.
T.I. the king. So
Exactly.
Sugar Titi says she has all this sex, but she has never orgasm. And she came to me and she says, Dr. Frenchie, I have all this sex, but I never orgasm. And I tell her, Sugar Titi, it is okay.
Yeah.
This is normal for a woman. Sometimes some woman cannot come. So when the article gets out, I believe you know this fellow, Matthew.
Mm-hmm.
He is a male porn star from America.
Oh, I probably do know him.
Oh, you know him.
There's Sugar Titty.
Sugar Titi, she is beautiful.
She's very attractive, yeah.
Very voluptuous woman.
Sure.
So, this male porn star from America.
I have to Google that guy now.
His name is
it's not going to be good.
King Nasia.
Oh yeah, of course.
Everyone knows this man.
We all know King Nasia.
He is supposedly very endowed. I have never seen his pee-pee, so I do not know about his pee-pee. I do not look at.
I'm sure it's a great pee-pee.
It's probably a very good pee-pee. But he says he can make Sugar Titi come. He can bring her to climax.
Look at that. I appreciate a man who accepts a challenge.
So, yes. It's very funny. So, I heard that you were talking about the Puerto Rican Sex League.
Right, that just opened up.
Yes.
Recently,
so now, in Ghana, they have the African Sex League.
It's spreading, Fred.
Speaking of spread, the spread is 3-1.
On 2-1 on him. Oh, which way?
On Nasia.
What's the over/under?
2 hours.
Oh, okay.
It's the over and under.
That's a tough
So,
call.
ladies and gentlemen, get your bets in now.
That's right.
You can go to sportsbook.com, mgmbet.com.
I'm sure it's on DraftKings too.
It's on DraftKings.
You can do a fantasy draft.
That's
Bang
right.
Bros.
Only fun?
No, not on Bang Bros. Are they really gonna? Are you serious? Like they're gonna stream it?
Yes,
real?
I believe so. They are streaming. Well, let me check.
That's intriguing.
Yes, they are streaming right now.
Dr. Frenchie,
ask me how I
have a question for you.
Yes, Alan.
Are you going to be overseeing this and making sure that medically everybody's going to be all right?
I am so glad you asked this question. Because let me tell you what my new job is going to be now. I have just been hired by the commissioner of the African Sex League.
What's his name?
The commissioner?
Yeah, the commissioner of the African Sex League.
Dikembe Mutombo?
His name is Uno Pono Pinocchio.
No.
Makes sense to me. Uno Pono Pinocchio. So
he has hired me to be the referees of these sex matches.
Right.
I am going to be the Muse Lane of the African Sex League.
Well, you know what?
Let's get it on.
Catchphrase.
Let's get it on. I am going to steal it from Muse Lane.
So that's a great use of it.
Let's get it on.
He's RIP. So RIP Mills Lane.
Yeah. So what does that entail? What
does a referee of a sex league do?
Yeah.
I feel like that's pretty evident.
Well, I mean,
he scores points. You score points.
That's right. If you come, you get 1 point. the opposing person gets one. Whoever makes whoever come.
Right.
Because
it's fighting. It's fighting, Alan.
That's right.
But if you karate chop somebody, you lose a point. Everybody knows that.
If you make
that's
your
illegal
opponent
maneuver.
moan,
You can't.
If you make your opponent moan, that's another
karate
point.
chopper nipple. You're gonna lose a point.
There's no twisting, no biting.
Right.
You can only slap asses.
That's right. It's a whole thing. There's a lot of rules, is what he's trying to say.
There's a lot of rules.
And this is still in the works.
You can go to www.asl.com.
Okay.
You may get American Sign Language, but just keep trying.
Everything
you will get there.
Yeah, you might get.
If you do, there.
Yeah, you could do ASL.com.
ASL.com.
It's probably it. It's probably the right website for the African
you can get a life insurance.
Sign Language.
If you do not get the sex league, then at least you will learn the sign language.
Well, but so that's good though. That sounds fun. I mean, that sounds like a great adventure for you. And maybe much like Mills Lane, you could turn it into a judge show afterwards.
Oh,
have you ever had any interest in doing that, Dr. Frenchie?
I love judge. My favorite judge is George Matthews.
Would it be
from the streets, the hard streets of Chicago?
He doesn't care.
Oh, you do not play with Judge Matthews.
No, you're right. I always liked Judge Mills Lane. You're right. I did enjoy it.
He is very good also.
He always felt fair to me.
Unlike that bitch, Judge Judy.
Whoa. We're calling out Dr. Frenchie. Is it going to be Judge Dr. Frenchie or Dr. Judge Frenchie?
Oh,
or Dr. Frenchie.
I like Dr. Judge Frenchie.
It'll be good for a play on your name. I like Dr. Frenchie. Judge. Like, boom.
Dr. Frenchie. Judge at law.
Judge of your ass. Ass judge. Dr. Frenchie. Judge of all my asses. And literally, that's what you do.
I would be judging asses. Or more say refereeing.
Well, yeah, referee. Well, yeah, but I mean, you're assigning points.
Yeah.
I get in there and I say, break it up. I had to get in between them.
Or you say, get more in it. Right? Is that, I mean, because you have to kind of, do you coach as well? Or do you just, it seems like a very lucrative position is all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Dr. Frenchie, do you think Alan has had that American flag heart that says Merry Christmas behind him since Christmas?
Oh, Matthew, I do not know. I have not been.
I just know you're very observant.
Last summer, it was.
Yeah, but you're very observant, and
I know things.
You see the future in a lot of ways. So I think it wasn't there. I'm gonna look.
Would you like an apple?
I would love one. Thank you, Dr. Frenchie. All right. Do you have anything else with people, Dr. Frenchie? I know you probably got to get lubed up. Do you get lubed up? Or
I do. I have a special glove. 2 fingers of lube. Just in case.
Like just pointed at him.
That's right. I took your advice and I got the Rude Dude Lube Juke.
Oh, well, then you have plenty for the whole league.
So
that'll cover
good.
Bucket will cover
for the season.
Miles. Yeah.
1.8
million miles of sex is how much you will get with one jug of Rude Dude Lube. It's the lubiest.
The lubiest.
All right, Dr. Frenchie. Well, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for patronizing one of our sponsors. Of course, everyone, send any medical questions, as always, to Dr. Frenchie. Dr. Frenchie. Judge Dr. Frenchie. Ask Judge Dr. Frenchie.
Because now he's a judge,
Right.
Booyakasha.
Booyakasha indeed. Thank you so much for coming on. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back with some more of the Black Lincoln Collective podcast. Welcome back to the Black Lincoln Collective podcast. Unfortunately, Fred had a crap accident. Yeah. A crap accident where he pooped his pants, and he did it so violently, as you could hear, Alan was recording it, that he had to leave the show. Yes, but he said he would be able to clean up by next week, and he'll be back and less gassy than ever. Oh, and that's the reason that we record virtually, like through that thing, because I can't handle the smell.
No, I mean, did you see when he did it? Like he went up like 2 inches.
Yeah, he literally grew. I thought he was getting up out of his chair, and then he was like, and it was gross.
It was.
So And you heard it. Like I said, you heard it here first. Fred definitely crapped his pants just now.
Yeah, he did.
So
it was horrible.
So it's not cool, Alan, that he did that. Like, it's not really cool to crap your pants. But I will tell you what is cool, Alan, is a guy that I never thought that I would like, but that is one Mr. Deion Sanders, Coach Deion Sanders.
Yeah,
now.
Deion.
Yeah, dude. Like, I hated Deion Sanders. He went to Florida State. There's a rival of the team that I prefer. And then he was just so good, though. And now, like, just this last week, I guess he his like son and some of the other players, because he coaches at Colorado now, were like in the weight room, and he like rolls in with his dog like on a leash on his Segway. Like, he just rolls in on this Segway, like all pimped out because he's Deion Sanders. And the guys are out there lifting weights, and he's like, "Oh, let me show you how it's done." And they like, because they're like, "You don't know what, you can't do this anymore, like 225 or whatever." And so he's like, all right. And like, he sits down. It took him a minute, it took him a second to get like warmed up or whatever. He didn't warm up though at all. He didn't even take off his coat. And he like bumped out like 6 reps real quick and just was like, put it back. And he's like, don't mess with me. Got back on his Segway and just drove off into the distance with his dog chasing him like, do. Oh my God, dude. It was amazing to see. I was like, damn it, Deion Sanders, man. How'd you get so cool?
Well, he's a fucking winner, man.
He is, dude.
He wins. He just, Super Bowl.
Well, and he used to play for the Braves, which of course I liked. Yeah. But it was just so hard. Yeah, he did win. He played for the Falcons, of course. So,
he won a Super Bowl in Dallas. I think he won it.
Yeah, maybe. Mm-hmm. He deserved it because he was a winner for sure. And I think he'll probably do great at Colorado. But
yeah, it
just cracks me up that the way he's like, he just went and did it and like showed the kids up. And then like got on a Segway and then just drove on down the road. Dude, I know we don't normally talk about like sport stuff, but I am excited for this year's NFL coming up because it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it is going to be interesting.
What do you think? And then we'll get off because I know Fred's not here, so we're not going to go too long. But what do you think is going to happen to Lamar Jackson? And this may be already figured out by the time. He's not playing for the Ravens again, right?
No, we don't know.
Sports chat, folks.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Hold on a second. Sports chat. Here we go.
Sports. Fred's not here. Sports chat.
Sports.
That's what's gonna happen.
I don't know, man. That thing with Lamar, that's weird because unrestricted.
Well, he is his own agent.
Yeah,
and that's what's fucking him up is because like he's the one. It's like him and his mom are the ones like sitting in these meetings where the coach, like the ownership. I mean, that's part of an agent's job is to be like, look, dude, this is what we got you. They take all the shit that the ownership says and like all the bullshit.
Yeah.
That he would take personally, you know what I'm saying? And they're like, you don't have to worry about that. Like, you weren't even there for that. We do all the negotiating. We just give you the numbers. You know what I'm saying? So he's taking it personal because they're like, well, we don't want to give you this because we don't think you're worth it, basically.
And that's probably what they would tell the, like you said.
That's what they would say to the agent, but the agent would be like, they said that they think you're worth this.
Yeah, the agent, that's what his job is, to lie to you and make you
right, and make you be cool, But like, yeah, dude. And so I think he's like taking it personal. And like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to
go.
I don't know. I don't know where he's
nobody's really looking for him. I mean, nobody's really.
They're not going to. He's not going to win, dude. Like, I like Lamar Jackson a lot, but he's not going to win against the NFL will blackball him if he demands. You know what I'm saying? Like, as great as he is. Well, yeah, but the Ravens could say, look, dude, we're not going to play you this year. And then we're going to try and find somebody to trade you to. But there's no guarantee that they do that. Because they've got him on,
and there's a lot of good quarterbacks coming in the league anyway,
Right, that's the thing.
Shit,
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's interesting.
Mm-hmm. It is.
I'm excited. I'm glad that they're all in turmoil. Go Steelers. So I had a little kid today, just totally out of the blue. Like I was picking up Benny, and he was like this little like Asian kid, he's super cool little kid, and he's like, "Hey, you Penny's dad?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Hey, nice to meet you." And I said, "Hey, nice to meet you too, buddy." And he was like, "Hey, you Steelers fan?" And I was like, he's like a 5-year-old kid. I was like, yes, I am a Steelers fan. He's like, me too. And my dad is too. And I'm like, cool. And his mom's like, yeah, okay. Like, weird. And I was like, I don't know where that came from, but that's pretty cool. Like, it was just such a random thing. I don't know if Benny told him that I was a Steelers fan. I don't even know if she knows that.
Yeah.
But, you know.
All it is, every time I see a Jets fan, we always give each other a little look like,
yeah, like, sorry, bud.
Yeah, I feel your pain.
Yeah, sorry, bud. Like, we were there together.
Yep.
Well, it should be a good year for the Jets, I hope.
We'll see. We say that every year. I mean, when we come to the predictions, you know, I'm going to say the same prediction as everything every year. You know, we're going to win the Super Bowl. And,
right.
You know,
shove it up your ass if you don't think so.
And if you don't think so, exactly. You know.
Well, why don't you tell them that, Alan? Why don't you give them your predictions and then we'll get out of here for the week?
Yeah, my prediction is, the Jets are going to win it all. You know, and Steve, if you're listening, and I know you're a Giants fan.
Fuck you, Steve.
Yes,
no, don't
exactly.
Fuck you, Steve. We love you, Steve.
Yeah, we do love you, Steve, but
the Giants and the Jets aren't like rivals, though.
Yeah, but they play in our stadium. You know, they say it's their stadium, but it's our stadium. Oh, right. Man, I bet you he's like, fuck you, man.
Bring it on the show. Dude, they're always like, come get on the Pop Culture Pros, man. If you guys like sports content for real, they have a bunch of it.
They have a bunch of sports content.
And hey, Eric, you're supposed to come on. You didn't come on.
I didn't send them the link. I forgot. I just remembered.
Okay. All right. Well, go Jets and go Steelers and go everybody and go home.
Yes.
So I'm Fred. Enjoy wiping your butt. You're probably still wiping from earlier.
I bet you he's using like COVID style
COVID quality wipes.
Yeah, when they took all that toilet paper, I bet you he's like,
gotta get it. Hey, yeah, they have the stockpile over there.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna get out of here. We'll see you guys next week with a new episode, and I think we have a hypnotist coming on.
Oh, nice.
Maybe I forget. I don't know if he's gonna hypnotize anybody, but
I
don't know if you can hypnotize people over on like the internet like that.
I'll do it. I mean, if he can hypnotize over
right,
thing, I'll try it. You know.
All right, so get ready next week. Fred doesn't know this, so we might get him hypnotized too.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome. Be like Fred.
It's like we don't even tell him what he does. We should. Okay, so listen. If Fred's listening to this, Fred, cut it off. But anybody else, what we're gonna do is we're gonna tell the hypnotist to subtly hypnotize Fred during the interview and see if you can get him to say key phrases with the power of hypnosis.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
All right, that's gonna happen. So get ready for that when we mind fuck Fred next week. Have a great week, everybody. Good night.
All right, B. I'll see you later.